being in Atlanta all this time and then going to Nashville, where it's predominantly white. One, they go home at 5 and 6 o'clock when they're producing, because they go home to their families. Being a country singer, if you are a singer in country music, you're a man. If you are not married, it is not respected. Family is respected in country music in that space. But in our space, we are singing about side chicks. We are glorifying a lot of women. That's not what happens in Nashville. You can't call a woman a bitch, a hoe in Nashville, because they'll never even listen to your music. And your professional career will suffer. At what point in the black community do our men create real homes? And even talking, just our first time talking, and you said you didn't even mean for that to happen. Life happens. I'm not here to judge life. I'm looking at a successful black man that has the ability to literally turn the narrative on black family, you know? And my grandfather, I watched my uncles and everything. My whole family, they're married. I'm not the girl who didn't see what a man creating a black family is supposed to be. So I'm asking right now, black men, black men to really step up for black women and create families. Yeah. It's really not cool. Black men are attacking black women. And it's not cool. They're not creating homes. They're creating babies everywhere. It's not cool. And I'm asking you, other successful black men, to be, you have to set an example as leads. The cute social media back and forth on black women. Black women are strong. Black women are where you come from, this and that. So there probably isn't any sympathy for you and just life happening, because there's so many other things around you going on that are not fair to black women. What is going on with the black family? We are consistently creating the cycle of kids who can't come home and see their daddy there. And they see their mama sad at night. At what point is the successful black man in this world going to step in and really create structure? I see white men doing it every day. I get to witness the best of both worlds every day. Getting on stage singing R&B, being here in Atlanta, I get to sing R&B, but then I get to go to Nashville and be like, you mean you ain't staying out till 6 in the morning? You gonna go home to your family? You gonna write this song and leave at 5 and 6 because you gonna take care of your family and your wife? At what point do the successful black men build black families? We ain't gonna ever have a black family if y'all don't do it. We're never gonna have it. It's just not gonna happen. So if your mentality is, yes, things happen, and I'm not knocking you for that, I didn't come here for that, but at what point do you take that black woman? Do you be in a home and show your kids what it's like, you know? At what point do you take a grip to it, not make excuses for it or mantras and things like that? It is so unfair to black women who have been the strength and builders of so many things. And I know life happens. You can't be with somebody you don't want to be with or whatever. But my grandparents did it. My grandfather, 92, died when he was 92, my best friend. I never seen another type of man. That's why I've turned down 3 rings, because they wasn't like my grandpa. My grandfather raised 9 kids on his own because my grandmama died before I could even meet her. What point are our black men going to stop the bullshit, the social media shit and all of that, and build black homes? If we don't build black homes, we can't depend on white folk to build black homes. So when you see somebody like your significant other who clearly loves you, and it's all these black women rooting for her, rooting for you, they want you to build a black home. That's their anger. They don't know you. They can't judge you for anything else. They want you being who you are, being attractive, being successful. They want you to take hold and solidify and build a black home. That's not saying you're not taking care of the kids you have, because clearly you are, and you love your kids. Taking care of your kids and building a home is 2 different things. At what point are we gonna stop these back and forths? Oh, this type of woman don't say nothing to me about that. Well, guess what? You're just weak. Like, you want a strong woman around you, and I'm sorry, like, black women have just, that we get copied from hair to body to everything. Black women are the most unloved individuals in America, but the ones who have built.
The most mimicked.
Most mimicked. Good or bad mimic, you know? But we looking to you. We looking to you. A successful black man, we are looking to you to change the narrative. And when you don't, it becomes, go on that show and tear his ass up.
Mm-hmm. I receive that. And nothing but a white flag, because I have been guilty. But if we're going to have this conversation, how we need to have this conversation, just like you're holding me accountable.
Hold me accountable.
I need black women to hold themselves.
Okay, come on, let's go.
Here we go. Woo. Now, I don't even know. Well, it was a lot of good points in there. I guess I'll start with the first thing she said as far as I mean, in the black community, y'all already know this. Like I said, we got to clean our own backyard up first before we get to speaking on, anybody else. So, I guess going to another like genre of music, it's at the end of the day, it's all about what's celebrated. Like, it's cool to rap about the family life, without rap, but sing about the family life, like I said, in the country, like I said, because that's already been the mode over there. But with the black community, who we look up to? We look up to the rappers, the NBA players, the dope boys. Like I said, it's not that we don't have it. Don't get me wrong. It's not that we don't have these solidified families. It's just, for whatever reason in the black community, that's not what's glorified. We ain't glorifying the lawyers. We ain't glorifying the doctors. We ain't glorifying the school teachers really and all the other stuff. We glorifying the dope boys, the rappers. I said, no pun intended, the content creators, like, that's what I'm saying. But in defense of it, it's a two-way street. So the daddy that do come home and got structure in his household, you know what I'm saying, that's coming home to your mama, you know what I'm saying, they argue, fight, you know what I'm saying, but they holding down they holding the fort down. But it's really just all about standing on your own too, and just going with the move of being true to yourself. So even if you meet a woman, you know what I'm saying, but you really, truthfully, you gotta like find yourself first though. Like, you gotta really like know who you are and like know what it is that you like and what you want out of life. You may be somebody that feel like, I like dealing with one woman, but I also like, you know what I'm saying, having my fun while I'm dealing with, you know what I'm saying? You may be one of, or you may be somebody that, nah, I just want to give it all to one woman. Like, it just, like, you gotta know who you are, fool. And I ain't calling you fool like it's like you stupid or something. I'm saying fool like, you know, slang, just like dude or whatever, like fool. You gotta know who you are as a person. So it really come down to just like, cause I mean, if you experience life, like I told y'all in the other video, if you experiencing life and like you just really getting to know who you are, like when you look in the mirror, you can say, yeah, that's me. I know who I am. Then it makes it easier for you to deal with people, and it makes it easier for you to like stay away from certain things. Then, like, for example, even with the whole, you know, like you said, creating broken homes and all that. I mean, that's a hit or miss, because like I said, if you out here having unprotected sex and you just going with the move and doing your 1-2, like I said, that still come down to the other person that you laying down with. They can easily tell you now they don't want to have unprotected sex. So it's a two-way street. So like Cam ended with, you know what I'm saying, as black men, yeah, we gotta hold ourselves accountable, but y'all do a lot of bullshit too. But it kind of gets, you know, like they say the saying, like, you know, dogs, women, and children get the most unconditional love. Man, this shit ain't easy for no black man, fool. They gonna throw the book at us when it's our fuck up. Y'all slick get the passes. Oh, ain't no telling what she going through mentally as a woman and all. Alright, what about the shit we gotta deal with? Man, it's hard being a black man in this country right now. Shouldn't nobody get no pass. So it's like she's saying, like, okay, well, we looking at y'all to lead. Okay, well, shit, make it easy then. I gotta go out in the world and deal with the bullshit. Then I gotta come home and hear your motherfucking mouth too. What part of the game is that? And then, like I said, not to throw no shade, but most of black men, most of their issues already come from their mama. In the broken household they already came up in. But they go back to the point, like she's saying, all right, okay, well, it ain't even necessarily got to be a broken home. You can have two parents in the household and the shit still fucked up. Cause motherfuckers don't know how to talk to each other. Motherfuckers don't know how to, like I said, it go like problem solving skills. And that's why I feel like my motherfuckers already be bad at math. They really can't, they can't fathom, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to, okay, hold on, slow down. What's the common denominator in all these? Because how you feeling, all that bullshit really don't even matter. Let's get to the solution part of it. Lay out what you saying on the table. Okay, this is what I'm saying on the table. Okay, so where can we mix it in? So where, okay, you got what you needed and I got what I needed. All right, let's move on. Let's keep the ball rolling. All that lingering on shit and holding shit and all, man, that shit bullshit. But like I said, if you know who you are as a person, then that makes it 10 times easier. Because again, going with the move, like I said, depending on who you looking up to and what you surrounding yourself around, then you gonna keep running into the same cycle. So really ain't no excuse on no end, because like I said, everything is so out in the open now, as far as with all the social media, like I said, it's on both ends. Men and women mentally fucked up. But coming up again, I mean, unless you got a suit on, for example, if a motherfucker down on they luck, you a woman that's up, but okay, you come across a man in the vibe right, but he's still at home with his mama or whatever, however it's going. You already going, he ain't talking about, you know what I'm saying? It's already gonna be the projection already there once he tell you something like that. You already writing them off. But the woman, she get to stay at home and shackle her mama for all she want to. And it ain't looked at as, with bum or whatever the case. You know what I'm saying? A man gonna get caught a bum off the rip. Are you still at home with your mama? Bum. You know what I'm saying? So, as far as being an adult, man or woman, you shouldn't get no pass if you can't get your shit together. Section 8, motherfucker. If Section 8 is designed for you to get to a better position, not to just mooch and leech off the government. Running 6, 7, 8 people at your house all day. Having random motherfuckers around your kids all day. Got Tom, Dick, and Harry watching your kid while you want to run off, get high, and pop pills, and you know what I'm saying, be all on Instagram Live, not getting paid, broke. I know Precise, if you watching, I know you're gonna start laughing because Precise just find it the funniest shit in the world when I start saying broke. I guess that's how I say it, but broke. No mission, no goal, no nothing, just broke. So again, as far as if you want to get into the meat and potatoes of it, where black people, where we really supposed to come from and what we really can be doing as a foundation, it's all fucked up. All fucked up. So whatever happened way back when and the division started and this shit we living in now became the norm for black folk, like I said, we gotta start from the ground up. We gotta get back to the roots. And that's why I say again, you weird ass punks that want to get on social media. Like I said, you want to troll, you want to put your nose in other folks' business. You want to hate. You ain't bringing nothing to the table. Like I said, even like just that whole notion of mine. Oh man, she, you know what I'm saying, bad for me. Oh man, I gotta. What makes you think giving out free manhood is cool? You know what I'm saying? You should put the same value on your manhood that we tell our daughters and shit to put down on they, you know what I'm saying? What you think is cool? You out here fucking for free? That's cool to you? Oh man, I knocked about 3. But that's what I'm saying. That's what we glorify. Oh man, I knocked about 3 old down, fool. You know, that's the talk. But it's like, what you fucking for free? You tricking off? So she ain't putting nothing in your account after you know what I'm saying, laid the lumber down? Where we do that at? So again, that's why I say nowadays you can't even put no gender on it. Everybody be on bullshit. So, but like I say, if it's coming down to somebody that you really watch, or whether it's a content creator or anybody, whatever, like what influences you putting out there. If you one of the people that is creating broken homes, yeah, you bullshitting. What you fucking for free for? First of all. What you fucking raw for with shit going the way it's going? For what? Just to say you did it? Don't get me wrong. You only live once. All right, cool. But it's like, have some pride about like the shit that you doing. Even using the rubber, like, okay, cool, but for free? So you just giving out free manhood for you just getting it out. You laying that wood down. You laying the law down for free. So once she get up, wipe off, and then she going about her business, or you going about your business, ain't nothing getting sent to the cash out. Man, come on, man. Like I've been saying it though. Y'all can't say like, oh, Flocka, man, yeah, Flocka. Yeah, I know we rap about certain things, but it's a double-edged sword, like I told y'all. Gotta clean the bullshit up, gang. What message you putting out there? Oh yeah, man, come on, man. Put the pack in your hand, man. Woo, woo, stand on the block all day. Versus putting a camera in somebody's hand or be in the studio or, you know, some production. Something you can lead to your kids. Like I keep telling y'all, the time is now. So would it be the people that gotta keep putting these messages out and keep, you know what I'm saying? Like, you keep hearing the same thing over and over, it ain't gonna be no choice but to start to register. You gonna have to soak it in some kind of way, cause you keep hearing it. Damn, why I keep running across these videos. Damn, why I keep hearing so-and-so say this. Damn, so-and-so just said this. Consequences. Now I'm just playing Jake, what's up, gang? But look, for real, like, you gotta keep tapping in. Like I said, y'all know we gonna get in here, we gonna shoot the bullshit, we gonna laugh, we gonna troll, we gonna roast, we gonna all that. But we gonna have real conversation at the same time. It's gonna be a good balance. And my Flocka, they be speaking that real shit. Yeah, when you ain't got no choice over here. The blind ain't gonna be leading the blind over here. feeding the masses, feeding the bullshit. But yeah, we're gonna do it for the content. We're gonna do it for the content. The content, like I said, is just gonna fall in our lap anyway. But you gotta lead with order. You gotta lead with understanding. You gotta lead with structure. Oh, I'm loyal to the gang. Oh, I'm loyal to the guys. But you ain't loyal to your true core and what you need to be doing though. At the end of the day, you following. You ain't leading. You ain't putting nobody on no game. You bullshitting. And bullshitting only leads you to a path of broke. Bullshitting leads you to a path of broke. So come on, man. I hope more parts of this interview come out. I'm gonna watch it, but yeah, come on, man. Get that shit together, man. And as I'm telling y'all, get off the sideline and get in the game, man. You just, like I said, you there, but you ain't there. You want to sit at home, play PlayStation all day, farting, scratching your ass, scrolling, broke. Seize the opportunity, use the resources that you need, and get somewhere. Now, not later. Get on the ball. Precise. Oh, and before I forget, let me add this, because this is the most important part. But like I said, you can't just put it on one side because it's both, but that not listening shit is a means to no end. If you a motherfucker that don't know how to listen, I mean, like, I'm saying as far as like sound advice. I ain't saying a motherfucker trying to come in and tell you what to do and they ain't doing the shit that they trying to tell you. That's not what I'm talking about. Cause don't come trying to tell me to do some shit and then you too scared to do it, or you ain't got no experience in it and you just throwing shit out there. I'm talking about sound advice, and sound advice can come from a man or a woman. Now I know as far as the mode and the whole society and the man provides this and the third and the woman submissive and all that. But sound advice can come from a man or a woman. So I'm just saying, a motherfucker that's not listening, or it's hard for you to listen, and you just always got something to say and you argumentative, oh, you the worst kind of motherfucker. And I'm gonna just end it with that. Now, precise. Don't worry about it. F12.
I'ma do it like Dolph did it. Grip star, fuck a deal.
Let's go on the mixtape, yo.
First off, one time to B.O.K.C. Any nigga got beef with y'all, then that nigga got beef with me. We grew up the hard way. Don't believe in magic, but look up the hard way. We grew up on Parkway, where you can get hit in your shit in a broad day. And fuck what the law say. And fuck what a nigga that's starting that shit say. And fuck what a nigga that's talking about niggas and bitches that's not on their shit say.